Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, more and more every day, I'm disliking this Molly. I don't understand why that they decided when they got a new actress playing Molly, they decided to just rewrite her. And rewrite her to the point where she has the biggest stick up her ass when it comes towards Kristina. She doesn't even bother to invite her in her little get together about her surrogacy news, which makes me care even less about it than I did before. Because even Sam was like, "Wow, you didn't even invite her." Christina actually had to sit there and hear about it through TJ accidentally telling her when she was there to try to recruit Terry for her board of directors. And granted, although I saw the scene for tomorrow, her being upset, like, why you decided to go with somebody else instead of me, I think I would have been more pissed off at the fact that you didn't even you didn't even invite me as family to let me know about your surrogacy. Or at the very least, you could have told me that over the phone. You could have told me over the phone and then give me the option if I'm going to just be okay with it or not. But she didn't even bother to do that. She just decided to keep it a secret. Like, you think that she was not going to find out, or she just didn't care about her feelings. Either way, it's just pretty messed up, and I don't really understand why they writing Molly this way. She's had her times where she could be insufferable, but it's never been over the. It's never been like how they writing her now. I mean, damn, they're writing this so badly that even if you actually had Haley playing this, I would still give no F's about this character because she's just being written so insufferable. Gregory. See, I understand, there's a saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? And I understand that Gregory wanted to spare his family any heartache or anything like that, but him not telling his family about his ALS still wound up causing a certain amount of harm. He came over there to babysit Violet. They're doing something with beads, right? And she goes in there to get some more stuff or whatever. He falls, she comes back out, and she's worried. She wound up telling her dad that she was just, she was afraid for Gregory at this point. And my whole thing is that it could have been avoided if you just would have told him the truth. Instead, you wound up scaring your granddaughter because you didn't tell him the truth. So like you wound up doing harm out of the way. It just would have been better. At least you would have been prepared for that. And Finn, eventually wound up finding out that there's something going wrong when he went to go question Gregory. And the thing is, she knew that there was something off when she was not there playing with the beads or whatever. See, that's the thing. People sit there and think that children can't see things, they don't understand things. And she was like, "Yo, I noticed there was something, like your hands was acting funny or whatever." So she knew that whole time that she was not there playing, she was playing beads or whatever with him. And it was just one of those things where it's like, you could have just spared her that. Finn and Liz went on date night, if anyone actually cared, which I clearly didn't. Felicia came in like maybe 40 something minutes into the episode. I know that she wants to try to do something more or have more purpose, but I don't know. Maybe the way she was just saying it, because she was like, "Oh, I want to be I want to do something in the police department." It was really just like she wants to actually have something to do, like as a character, which is really sad because I heard back in the day they used to give them some great stories. Now it was just, well, you know how they treat their vets on General Hospital, which is one of the reasons why I love Days of Our Lives, because they treat their damn vets better. It just annoys me. But she was talking about how she wanted to be part of the police department. And although Mac was like, "Well, I think, being in the hospital, you can serve a lot of good there. And he talks about the pros and stuff like that. Part of me just kind of laughed because it was just like, bro, I felt like you just wanted to pawn her off to the hospital. This way you don't have to sit there and see her at every single point of the day because you already live together. You're going to go to work, you're going to see each other. And then you're going to go home. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I felt like him pointing her to to the hospital is like a way of just saying, you know what? I'm going to avoid this one headache. That's true. You don't want to sit there and see each other like every single day at every single point of the day. You're already living together. I feel like that's more than enough. So part of me laughed about that. We was like, yeah, how about the hospital? She's like, oh, but I don't have a medical license. Oh, that doesn't really matter. You can do other things in the hospital. Like, I don't actually have to sit there and see you at every point of the goddamn day. That's what he was thinking. You know, the way I interpret this whole Brooklyn and Tracy scene is that Brooklyn wanted to make sure that Tracy was so drunk that she wouldn't just and hammer on about the deceptor. Now she did sit there and say she got her out the house because she was driving everyone crazy, right? Driving everyone in her own cuckoo and just annoying. And of course she wants to start talking about deception and stuff like that. Then then she got a drunk, right? Now what happens with some drunk people, because I can attest to it. Everything that you're bottling up that you don't want to sit there and just let out just comes pouring on out. She started talking about Luke, right? She misses him and everything. I get that. The problem is, I mean, is that all the stuff that happened with Luke was off screen. Like, I don't care about Luke's death. And it made me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I felt the sadness from her, but it's like, there's not that much of an impact because it's like, the table wide crash or whatever, all that stuff happened on screen. All of it happened off screen. And it happened off screen because I'm assuming they couldn't get Tony back to do any scenes where they actually show his death, right? They wrapped it up, but they didn't really wrap up Luke's death. They just put the person that was responsible for Luke's death. And that was a wrap up in itself. But it never really felt like it gave us closure, right? Like, a lot of times these deaths happened off screen. For me, the only way I'm able to truly accept them, because the only way I'm truly able to accept them is if the actor or an actress dies that played the character. Those are the only ways I'm able to sit there and accept it. Like Victor on Days of Our Lives, because he died in real life. It's acceptable that he's going to die off screen, but we all know that Tony's still alive, so they just couldn't get him back. Anyway, I know I kind of went off into a tangent, but it's like it was very hard for me to sit there and feel any sort of like, oh man, that sucks. I'm so sad because it's like the half-assed way that they did it. Anyway, she's drunk and she comes in. She starts talking to I forgot his name, Mac, for a little bit. And then she takes like I don't know, was it a pineapple or something like that, and dumps it in some other woman's drink. Yo, I would have been pissed off. I would have been. I know that people get drunk, and there's supposed to be a certain level of allowance that you're supposed to give people. But yeah, listen, when it comes to my alcohol, I don't play that. I don't play it like, yo, listen, you are gonna sit there and go give me another drink. I don't play that. I don't. Um. So yeah, I think this is what I said yesterday. Is that Cody wants to sit there and try to get himself committed, right? He's in an interrogation room with Dante and Mac, and he's talking about, oh, I'm going to threaten to kill her, and this, that, and the third. He starts throwing chairs and papers and everything. And I'm just like, this isn't even going to work, though. This isn't even going to work. This is not even going to get him into Ferncliff, okay? This is not going to get him into Ferncliff. Obviously, he wants to get there so he can save Sasha. How? I have no idea. The only thing they're going to wind up doing is taking your regular jail. Okay, they're not going to take you to Fern Cliff. They're just going to take you to jail, like as in real jail. That's the only thing that's going to wind up happening. That's the problem with what Cody's trying to do. Is that it's not going to do anything except for land him in actual jail. And Dante saw right through that. Dante was like, you just want to sit there and try to save Sasha and get yourself committed. And so for the next 5 to 7 minutes, we had to sit there and see him trying to impersonate what it's like to be nuts. Which, honestly, to tell you the truth, he doesn't do nuts well. He doesn't do crazy well. What he does do is annoy well. Okay? He annoyed me for the past 5 to 7 minutes that they're trying to pretend that he was crazy. And I'm so glad that Dante just let him go home because honestly, to tell you the truth, Dante at this point, I felt bad for him. Yeah, sit there and watch his friend act all crazy and nutty and just be totally annoying. While he could have been, I don't know, maybe knocking Bruce or Sam. I mean, I know she was supposed to go to that stupid party that I didn't really give a damn about, but I know it was late, and at some point she was going to be home. But unfortunately, I gotta sit there and babysit my idiot friend, trying this dumbass plan to get in when I have a hot girlfriend at home, and I gotta sit there and deal with your dumbass. Yeah. I genuinely felt bad for him. I did this twice. So I don't remember if I actually said this, but eventually Kristina did actually want to come over there. To the house. That's just she found out about TJ that she was throwing some sort of sushi party. She came over there, and Sam was like, "Do you want?" Sam was there just to make sure that things weren't going to go off the rails. What's sad is that it actually had to get to a point where it's going off the rails because for some odd reason now Molly just has this big attitude, and she really doesn't like Kristina and her ways or whatever the hell it is. Um, Alexis, is kind of worried that Molly's going too fast, but it's not going too fast. Molly's growing up, and it's just something she's going to have to sit there and accept. So she's not there talking to Jordan about it, and the conversation really goes nowhere. So yeah, I feel like that's about it. I can't really think of anything else. So I am looking forward to the conversation tomorrow. Now that Finn does know, or Gregory's going to sit there and talk about his ALS, it's just like, bro, you could have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you could have spared your granddaughter so much of this if you just would have told them the truth from the get go. But it is what it is, right? 2020 is hindsight, and yeah. So I guess I don't fault him too much for that. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. But if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll be listening to talk about all the shows, B&B, Y&R, Days. I am feeling a lot better than I did yesterday. And it was bad. It was bad when I woke up because the thing was it wasn't that bad. It started to only get worse after I ended the live stream. It got way worse. And then when I woke up in the morning, it was like it felt like death, right? Or some variation of it. And I knew I was like, yeah, I didn't even think I was going to be able to do a review, but I knew that I couldn't sit there and be doing a live stream for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. But man, did I miss doing it. I mean, I was in the bed for pretty much the majority of the day, except for the time I did the review, but I missed it though. So, although I'm not 100% better, I'm way better. I'm way better than the day before. It was bad. Anyway, if I miss anything, like I said, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, Y&R, Days, B&B, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Also, Well, yeah, I'm going to be dropping because sometimes the members don't always get notified. So I did a video. Did a video for members only that I'm going to be sitting there putting out today. Just be on the lookout for that, since apparently the notification button doesn't always work, and I can attest to that. James JLJ Media can attest to that, and pretty much almost every other YouTuber. So just look out for that, and if you're not a member, definitely join. A lot of fun, gives you exclusive videos, exclusive live streams that you don't want to miss, and pictures and stuff like that that I do only for the members. So if you're not a member, definitely join. All right.